What was your biggest hurdle that you had to get over when you first started creating content on LinkedIn? My biggest hurdle, especially when I first got it started with LinkedIn video, was mustering up the courage to share my story, my life story about being a miracle baby that wasn't supposed to live, being diagnosed with a neurological disorder called Tourette syndrome preteen, getting over the fear of what if my Tourette's come out on video, doing all this for the very first time, sharing this with the world. That was a huge leap I had to get over. But knowing that by doing so, it was gonna help people get to know who I was as a human being. And that's where it all starts. It's like any great relationship. It all starts from getting to know one another. So that was a huge struggle I had to get over right out of the gates. And I'm so glad that I did. I am so glad that I shared my story because it has opened up so many incredible doors to so many amazing relationships that I have on this platform with so many incredible human beings that I truly have so much love for. So, and opportunities, so many incredible opportunities, you guys. So if you share your story, if you come from your heart, you share parts of you, you don't have to share your whole life, but share parts of you so that others can get to know you better. It's like any person that you work with at any company you've ever been at before. You get to know people and you find people that you have incredible things in common with and you become really good friends, some that are friends for life. The same exact thing happens on this platform. So when you share you and you come from your heart and you share your voice and you share your story, which both matter, you attract your tribe. Your vibe attracts your tribe. When you voice your vibe, you will attract your tribe. And by coming from your heart, you will never lose. One of the most important things I'll share as well is consistency. Consistency is key to success in anything. So when it comes to creating, be consistent. Be consistent when you show up. It doesn't mean you have to show up every single day, especially when I talk about something like video. But show up consistently. I show up every Wednesday and every Saturday for What's Good Wednesday and for Shout Out Saturday. Everyone knows when to show up. It's like watching your favorite TV show. You know what time, you know what channel, and you are super excited and fired up for it every single week. When you create something consistently and you decide, hey, all right, I'm gonna make a video every Wednesday and post it at 6 o'clock every single week. It holds you accountable. It also provides consistency in your content, and your audience knows when to show up because you are showing up consistently each time. What was your biggest hurdle that you had to get over when you first started creating content on LinkedIn? When it came to LinkedIn video, it was finding my voice. I didn't know where my voice was. I didn't know what I wanted to talk about. And it took me a while to figure that out. In the beginning, there were all these great hashtag campaigns that were started last year, similar to what's happened a year later today. And that allowed me to get comfortable being uncomfortable and being on camera and sharing my personality. And so once these campaigns started to go, I kept getting in my head going, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do once these campaigns stop? I don't know what my thing is. I don't have green hair like Goldie. I don't have Kurt's beard. I don't have Toph's great Australian accent. I was having trouble figuring out what my voice was. And what I realized was it was the same voice I had been bringing on this platform, which was me through written content and through inspirational posts, and just bringing that to video. So when I figured that out and remembered that my love is bringing people together and shining a light on others and bringing positivity and inspiration, aspiring to inspire, and bringing happiness and joy, that bringing that to video with others together, that was my voice. Shining a light on others. So find your voice. Think what is your true voice? And that's something that I love working with people on, because it all comes back to your story. And when you think about your story, everyone has a voice, and a voice that matters. Everyone has a story, and a story that matters. And you matter. So sharing your story helps people understand you. It helps people fall in love with you. And people have to fall in love with you before they're gonna listen to what you have to say. So if you share parts of you, and you share your story, and you be genuine and authentic, you're gonna be amazed at how much love and support and encouragement surrounds you in doing so. Creative process it's an amazing one, but it takes time, you guys. It takes time to create. I don't think people realize how much time it actually does take. But when you enjoy what you're doing, you just love to do it. What kinds of things do you feel like you still struggle with when creating, and what's your growing edge? For me, it's all about inspiration. So if I'm not inspired, I don't create a video. That's the cool thing though, is that when inspiration hits, and I share this with everyone too when it comes to video, when you are inspired, create until the inspiration is gone, because you feel that it comes through the lens. People know when you are being real. They know you can't fake this stuff. People will call you out on it, but you know it too. You feel it if you're not being genuine and authentic. But when you're inspired, make the content that you're inspired to make. Bank it in your phone or on your computer. And when you're ready to put that content out, that's great. That's how you're able to create consistency as well when it comes to videos. Because the reality is, you may not be inspired every single day to do it. And that's okay. I've had those moments too. However, I have had many periods of time where I'm pushing a video out every single day, but that's because I've been inspired when I was creating those videos, and then I will put them together, I will produce them, and I will push them out with the respective content. So I think the key is just going with it when you've got it, and knowing that you can go back to it and you can put it out there whenever you want. So the other thing when it comes to the creative process is I use many different apps to create my videos. Lots of production that goes into them, because that's where I started to have fun. I started to see all my awesome fellow creators last year creating videos. And one of the things I noticed is there'd be cool things they have. Intros, outros, cool stickers, whatever it may be. And each one was using a different app. So I'd reach out and say, hey, what are you using to do that? And it was the coolest thing about this community, guys, is we all shared. And we all do share. So I'd ask what apps they were using, and I would download those apps, and I'd start playing with them because I had no idea how to use them or really how they worked. I'd make some videos through them, and then I would realize that I'd love this feature or function in one video. I'd love this feature or function in one app, but I couldn't do the same thing in this other app that was super cool. So what I did was I'd make a video here, I'd export it, I'd then upload it into another app and add that feature or function that I was totally digging on, and then do the same thing until it was the way that I wanted it. It took me a lot of time to do this in the beginning because, again, I had no idea what the heck I was doing. But I was still having so much fun that it wasn't about how long it was taking. It was about the process. It was about the creative process. It was about the production of this thing that I had put together and that I was proud of. And that's the other thing. When I started making videos, and every video that I have made, it's really been all about, am I proud of what I've created? Because for me, like I said, I had no idea what I was doing, and I had to get comfortable being uncomfortable. And I knew eventually I'd start having fun. I didn't know when, so I just figured I'd keep making videos. I'd start to get a little bit more comfortable being uncomfortable, and then I started using these different apps to actually produce these videos, which, like I said, for me, is where I started to really have fun, because I could add music and all these other really cool things that added emotion and added depth to the video that I was putting together. So it was lots of fun. It is lots of fun. That's what gets me excited, along with being inspired by all of you to create these videos to begin with, and then be able to put out there. And in the end, to be able to have an effect on one person, if I can inspire one person, or I can put a smile on somebody's face, or make somebody feel good about themselves, or make somebody laugh, and if you happen to snort with that, even better. But that's what it is for me. I love to make other people feel good, to lift others up, to inspire. And as I said, if I can do that for one person, for one video I've put out there, I've accomplished my mission. What skills do you feel are critical for you to have in the beginning? The only skills that you need are you, this smile of yours, your voice, and whatever you're passionate about talking about, along with this phone and that little finger, so you can hit the record button and you can hit post. Do you follow any patterns or systems when creating new content? I do, and I think that's something that I've put together over time. In the beginning, I didn't know what I was doing, so it was all an experimental process. And that's not to say that that isn't still the case. It's the beauty about making videos, especially now that I've made almost 240 of them in a year. Every time it's different. And that's the cool thing about it, is it's fun to experiment. It's good to try new things. Yeah, you create a system and a methodology that works for you, times that you want to post, the framework of your content that you're putting out with your video itself. Because the reality is sometimes we don't have time to watch the video, or we have time to watch the video, but we don't have time to read the content. One of the two will happen, and you'll want to go back and check it out. So piquing someone's curiosity to want to actually check out what it is you're putting out there, it's important to just be you. Take those first 3 seconds, take the very first second to make sure that you smile, because that is the very first thing people are gonna see when you post your video. So right before you hit record, smile, hit record, say what you want to say, and then you've got that video. And when you post that, that smile is the very first frame that people are going to see. A lot of people don't know that. So make sure that you do that. And then when you hit record, keep smiling. If you decide you want to laugh, laugh. You have your very own unique laugh that no one else in this world has. You have your very own unique smile that no one else in this world has. And you have your very own unique and special voice. So use those things and share what's in your heart. Share what you want to talk about, and let that come out in your tone, in your voice, in your heart. People are gonna feel that. They're gonna hear it, they're gonna feel it, they're gonna see it in your face because of all your expressions that you're sharing. These are all things that will come over time in getting comfortable, being uncomfortable. When I say this, because I know it, and it was me. So my biggest hurdle I had to get over when I first got started creating on LinkedIn, in terms of video specifically, I really got in my head a lot in the beginning. Getting over that took a little bit of time. But it's easy to overanalyze everything that you do. I literally remember making a video in my hotel room when I was traveling. In my first 5 videos, I changed my clothes. I changed my clothes to make 2 different videos so it didn't look like I made them in the same night. This is the kind of stuff that happens when you get started. And it's not even when you just get started. It's really easy to get in your head. So the key is just try not to get in your head. Just focus on what you want to put out there. Enjoy it. Make sure it's something that you are interested in, that you are passionate about, something that gets you excited, because that excitement is going to be felt through the video, through the lens of those that are actually watching and listening to what you are sharing at that moment. What is your creative process like? Do you follow a pattern or system when creating new content? You know, the biggest thing for me, guys, is I have never made a video unless I've been inspired by something or someone. Otherwise, it's not genuine, it's not authentic, and it's not me. So that is really a true testament to all of you, LinkedIn fam, on this platform. Out of the close to 40 videos that I've made, every single time I have hit record and post, I have been proud of that video. So again, it's a true testament to the incredible, awesome human beings on this platform. And collaboration is truly an amazing and beautiful thing. So get together with others, because that's when the true magic happens. When you take it online to offline, you get together in person, or you get together over Zoom, or some other great technology that brings you together to be able to do video chats or to be able to record videos together. It truly is an amazing thing. What is your creative process like? Do you follow a pattern or a system when creating new content? Absolutely. You know, I'm known for Shout Out Saturdays and What's Good Wednesdays, and every single Saturday and every single Wednesday I show up consistently at the same time. So how does that work? Well, I create the videos typically the day before, and then I will create the content to go with it. And there's some great features that you have the ability to take advantage of on LinkedIn, such as Save Draft. This is really helpful for me specifically because I tag a lot of awesome creators in both of these posts that I want the LinkedIn world to know about because they're just amazing creators. And I want everyone to follow them. So it takes time to tag people. So this Save Draft feature is awesome because what it allows you to do is to literally go in there, create your copy, and you're able to go and actually tag or hashtag. You can save that draft. And then what I do the next morning at 5 o'clock in the morning Pacific time, every Wednesday for What's Good Wednesday, and every Saturday for Shout Out Saturday, I will then go in and I will add my video that I have edited the day before. And I don't have to go and redo all of that work that I had taken the time to do the day before. It saves me a ton of time. Sometimes there are snafus from a technological perspective if it doesn't get saved, so I gotta jump in and I gotta recreate it, which again takes time, but it's not about that. It's about getting it out there. Most importantly, it's about all the other people that it is about, because it's never about me. It's all about gratitude for others, sharing the good, recognizing amazing people, and giving an outlet and an opportunity for others to show up and share the same love for others. Do you feel content creation is becoming easier for you as time goes on? Absolutely. Just every single time I hit record and hit post, it got a little bit easier. Don't get me wrong, I was really uncomfortable for a really long time. But as I kept doing that, and as I got around more and more fellow creators, I got inspired. And we never knew what we were gonna talk about in conversation, but that was the best part, was that it was organic. And we had these amazing moments together on camera. And we started to do something that I never thought would actually happen. Have fun. Do you feel that content creation is becoming easier for you as time goes on? Absolutely. My first 5 videos, I was so uncomfortable, and I remember reaching out to Goldie and saying, okay, this is really awkward for me. So when does this get more comfortable? When does this get easier? And she said, you're gonna start to feel a little bit less uncomfortable around 20 videos. I sat there and said, well, you gotta be out of your mind. I gotta make 20 videos, and I gotta make 20 videos to feel a little bit less uncomfortable. I remember my 20th video, and I literally remember sitting there going, okay, I'm feeling a little bit less uncomfortable. The reality is though, as you keep hitting start, every single time you get better. Your first time is always gonna be your worst. Your very first video is meant to be a total shamble because it's your first. It's all downhill from there. So the thing to remember is when you just keep starting and you just keep going, you just keep creating, you learn, you grow, you get better over time. I certainly never thought I'd make 240 videos in a year, but I was inspired by every single human being on this platform, which is what got me creating. Yeah, the most important skill for me was hitting that record button and then hitting that post button, because that and starting every single time like it was day one. What skills do you feel were critical for you to have in the beginning? The skill to just keep hitting start. Because I didn't know what I was doing in the beginning. Literally, I had no idea. So just starting every single time was the most important one. What skills do you feel were critical for you to have in the beginning? You know, when it comes to video, the most important thing is just being genuine, authentic, and you. All you need is your phone and yourself. That's it. What was your biggest hurdle that you had to get over when you first started creating content on LinkedIn? Well, I've been on LinkedIn for 14 years every single day. So when I started writing content, it was really all about inspiration. However, with LinkedIn video, a year ago now for me, was just starting. Literally as simple as that. My biggest hurdle was just starting. I had access to LinkedIn video in June when it launched in beta. And it took me 4 months to muster up the courage to take the leap and jump in and just start. Can you share your most effective LinkedIn video content creation tip with everyone? All right, I've got a bunch of pro tips for you here. First and foremost, create content that you actually like. Do it in one take. We love genuine and real on this platform. One take keeps you accountable. Number 2, be authentic. It doesn't matter where you shoot. It doesn't matter how you look. At the end of the day, all that matters is your words and how you're able to convey that to your audience. Pro tip number 3, the most important thing to remember when you're recording a video is that you're just having a conversation. It's just you and it's just me and whoever else is watching the video, but make sure that you personalize it. Speak in your natural tone of voice and just be you. Next tip, you've got to capture the readers and the viewers' attention within the first 3 seconds and the first 2 to 3 lines of your post. So jump right in. Next pro tip, engage. You never know who you'll meet and what you can learn. One conversation can truly change your life. Next pro tip, share your experiences and share your struggle. A lot of people see your success, but they don't see what it took to get there. Next pro tip, always be real and stay true to your voice. Next pro tip, collaborate. Incredible, magical things happen when you get together with other creators to create. Have a simple setup. Having an easy and recurring setup, especially if you're making videos, for example, in your office or in your car, will really help eliminate headaches for you. You're gonna be able to create video content faster, so pick a place and go with it. Ask other experts. Stuck on ideas? It happens to the best of us. Ask an expert who's in your industry. You can read great books. You can listen to great podcasts as well that feature lots of great industry leaders. Great concepts, great inspiration that comes from all of them. Just remember, the camera's your friend. If you're feeling uncomfortable making a video, pretend the camera's a great friend of yours that's right there supporting you every step of the way. And they're really glad that you're making this video. That'll help make it easier for you. It'll also help take away some of those nerves you got. Have one clear message. Videos that have too many ideas can get confusing for folks. Keep it simple by only having one message or one idea. This will also help keep your videos shorter, which is absolutely better for watch times. Optimal time, 60 seconds is great. If you can get it under 60 seconds, even better. Remember, the first 3 seconds of your video matter. It's gonna determine if your audience will continue to watch your video, so make it fun and make it visually interesting. It's also gonna make sure that your audience stays through the entire video. This is one for you. Get a spare battery pack. I can't tell you how many times I've been out filming and I might have left my battery pack. What are you gonna do if your phone dies? Keep a spare battery pack on you at all times. That way, when you're inspired to make a video, you're not gonna run out of battery. I have many that I use. This is one I'm using right now. LinkedIn is optimized for horizontal videos. You'll be able to see more of your background or scene if you film in horizontal or landscape mode. Do your research. It helps to research other popular creators and influencers on and off LinkedIn to get some really great ideas when you're getting started. Remember, you're always gonna make it your own. Film B-roll. One of the easiest things to forget when you're just getting started is recording B-roll or extra footage that helps add dimension and some fun scenes for later on. Plan it out. Plan out videos before filming. It helps save you time. Try writing out a script or mapping out the motions in your video. Use music. Having music adds to a more polished and adds emotion to your video as well. Lots of great apps out there that all have music in them. Check them out. Have an easy setup you can use each time. You decide you want to make a video in your car, make your videos in your car.